It's been a rough one, been a rough week. Nothing makes me happier than all of us getting together and just looking at something beautiful in the UK.
Yeah.
But today we're doing a fuzziness because I know around this area, some of it's the UK and some of it's not. So we got to be very particular to what, I don't know if we have to be particular or not. Maybe you guys, I don't know. It's because I know today we are looking at the UK, which is Northern Ireland, which is not the Republic of Ireland, because the Republic of Ireland is not part of the UK. It is part of the EU. But listen to me now, listen. I don't know how we should approach this because I like doing UK stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just so weird that then there's just Ireland and we're just not going to talk about Ireland. Because Ireland, like for us, is like a big thing. So I think eventually we're just going to talk about Ireland.
If it's okay if we cross that line.
Yeah, if we cross those borders. If we step out of the UK ever slow, if we just take our big toe and just dip it into the Irish waters. But today we don't got to worry about that. We are going to check out Northern Ireland, which is still a product of the UK. Southern Ireland, or the Irish Republic, does not have Greggs.
It doesn't?
No.
Oh.
But they have sausage rolls.
Okay.
Northern Ireland. It's such a weird thing because you guys like when we look up British stuff, the Irish stuff pops up too. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna talk about Irish stuff eventually, especially coming up. I just watched that movie, which is a movie called that we just watched, The Watchers.
Yeah.
Have you not seen The Watchers? It's like Ireland. It was cool. I liked it. And I was like, especially around October because I want to get into the folklore and stuff. Mm-hmm. But we do know that Ireland, in general, as a whole island of Britannia, I think that's the proper term. Guys, just if you're writing, trying to correct me, it's fully welcomed.
Yeah.
Britannia, the British Isles, whatever you want to call Great Britain Isles or Britannia or whatever you want to say it is as a group. What is the proper way to them two islands and the little island in the middle that's like the Isle of Man or whatever? What is that used in one, if I wanted to say just in one word, not one word, but in one phrase to encapsulate them islands? Because I Googled it and it didn't really give a clear answer, which is kind of like what goes on there. But today we have a video called Northern Ireland Travel Guide, 13 Best Things to Do in Northern Ireland. It's by a channel called Before You Go. And to be fair with you, there was not a lot of things on Northern Ireland. It was kind of like Wales.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's not a lot of things or if it's just like back and forth between Ireland because like a lot of stuff of the Republic of Ireland popped up. But that's what we're watching today. And I just want to see some beautiful things. You want to see beautiful things? And I'm sorry if we have not got back to any of your comments or got back. I've been going every day for what, 10 days straight? Mm-hmm. Been leaving the house at 5 a.m., been getting home at 10. And until you guys hit the like button enough, that's just going to be the story sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's check out their channel. Watch this video originally. We'll put it in the description, but let's watch this together.
Here are the best places to visit in Northern Ireland. Number 13. The Giants Causeway. The Giants Causeway beckons with its captivating allure, inviting you to uncover the secrets of its ancient past and immerse yourself in Irish folklore. With nearly 1 million visitors annually, this remarkable promontory.
This is the problem that I have. And I'm not going to interrupt it like with everything, but this is the problem I have with like the British Isles. They're like, here's just a beach made of hexagons.
Yeah, sure.
But no wizard lives here.
No.
There's nothing magical here. That's all stories. But here's a beach made of hexagon spires that you could use any. Why?
How?
Why is that there? Magic.
Stands as a testament to Earth's geological history. As you traverse the path, imagine the forces of nature shaping each hexagonal rock formation, a result of
How would
volcanic
one?
activity.
Okay, how would one go imagining that?
Yeah, because it doesn't seem like.
In what world do I just look up and just like, where? How does the? He's got to explain it. He's got to explain this. I'm Googling this.
Millions of years ago, delve into the tales woven by generations past who believed these stones held the remnants of legendary Irish heroes. Designated a World Heritage Site in 1986, a visit to the Giants Causeway not only costs nothing, but grants you priceless memories. Number 12,
Okay, we're getting off to a rough start.
Yeah,
We're getting off to
right.
a rough start with this because that looks magical. Love to go see it. But for one, it's called the Giants Bridge.
Yeah.
No answers. 2, it's believed to hold the remains of Ireland's heroes and their hexagons. If I would describe that to somebody, they would think that I was drunk. We're just gonna just hexagons by the water with Irish heroes in it. It's a giant bridge for giants. Y'all come and take a look.
So that's got to be like definitely on a one day. We got to go see that thing.
Yeah, but I can't make too many drunk jokes about Northern Ireland, I think. That'll probably just cross the line eventually, won't it?
I don't know.
I don't know if they.
There's one way to find out.
I don't know if they get offended or embrace. I don't know.
Carrickfergus Rope Bridge is an adrenaline-pumping destination that should be on your itinerary. Located near Ballintoy in County Antrim, this bridge hangs 100 feet above the ground, daring you to cross its 60 feet
that was
chasm to
scary.
Carrick Island.
We don't
For
do
over
good rope
250
good.
years,
No.
it has lured
Good rope
adventure
bridges.
enthusiasts
No,
from
that
all
one's way
corners of the
scarier
world.
than the one
As you
we
make your
got.
way across
yeah.
this iconic landmark, you'll feel the weight of history beneath your feet, while the majestic Atlantic Ocean stretches out below. Man,
Did you see how clear that was?
Yeah,
If
but,
there was a body, you could see it.
yeah, but I'm not.
Did you ever see our video of us going to, where was that? Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg?
Yeah.
Yeah, we both had a heart attack on
Yeah.
those. I am
that
definitely afraid
was-
of heights. My fat ass is gonna break it. Daughter, there's gaps, man. There's a little bit more bouncy, ain't it?
This one's worse than that one.
What if I do this?
Stop!
That's way worse looking.
But that's so much prettier.
I know if we go there, you're going to make me do it. I'm going to cry.
I'm afraid of heights, but I always make her do it. I don't understand that.
I'm not afraid of heights, but I'm afraid of dying.
Look how many people's walking across that bridge.
Yeah. And like, you think it ever gives out? Like, you know, eventually one day it's going to give out.
One day.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they check it.
Well,
You're really British by how much lack of faith you have in the Irish.
Managed by the National Trust of the United Kingdom, the bridge not only offers heart-pounding excitement, but also showcases breathtaking views of the surrounding cliffs. Number 11, the Titanic Belfast. Discover the wonders of the Titanic Belfast, the world's largest Titanic attraction. With its 9 interactive galleries, this attraction beautifully tells the story of the RMS Titanic from its construction to its tragic sinking. Learn about the visionary individuals behind the Titanic's construction and witness the innovative engineering that made it a marvel of its time. But that's not all. You'll also dive into the personal stories of the passengers and crew,
That's
getting
cool.
a glimpse into their hopes and dreams.
Okay, that's really cool. Like, as an American, we have like a personal connection with Titanic solely because of Leonardo DiCaprio.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I want to tell you a cool story real quick, right? So you guys just follow along and pretend like you know Pop and Green's house, right?
yeah.
So the person who owned their house before, I can't believe this is what, we've been married 10 years and I've never told you this.
No.
Yeah, ask Pop the next time you go down there. The person who owned that house before, the lady was a, what's it called when you watch the kids? like an au pair. Yeah, she was a nanny on the Titanic, and she survived the Titanic.
What?
And she actually bought that house. Yeah, it was a Titanic survivor who.
You
lived
never
in
told me this?
Yeah, no, that's true.
And how many times she
I don't
talk
know
about the
why.
Titanic?
Well, I mean, every Tuesday at 10 o'clock.
You're making a joke, but it comes up a lot because of the thing in Orlando that we never went to.
Yeah, there's random Titanic museums all through America for no reason.
But
It's
that one
like-
looks cooler.
I just have the weirdest thing.
And where it was built over there, I think.
Yeah, it was built over there. And yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so I obviously
You're
never.
crazy for never telling her that.
I ask my mother about it next time.
How did none of you never tell me about that?
I don't know. We're always
You
off
guys
in our
all
own-
tell me the same stories over and over
Yeah,
again.
we're always
but
off
not
in our
that.
own little world, man. I don't know.
allowing you to explore the ship's luxurious interiors,
That
walk
was
the
our room.
decks, and even experience the chilling temperatures of the iceberg-filled Atlantic. Number 10, the Glens of Anum. Welcome to the magnificent Glens of Anum. Prepare to be blown away by the sheer beauty of this place. Imagine 9 glacial valleys stretching across 19 square miles, inviting you to go on a thrilling adventure. It's an experience you simply can't miss. As you traverse the scenic hiking trails, breathe in the crisp, fresh air that fills your lungs. Explore the striking landscapes, from sandy beaches
Man,
that beckon you
there
to
is-
relax and unwind, to dramatic cliffs that will make your heart skip a beat.
I
And
feel like the air would be
cascading
different over
waterfalls,
there.
they create a symphony
Look
of
at
nature's
that.
music that will leave you in awe. Number 9, Carrickfergus Castle.
Okay,
Local-
before we go, I've been getting this thing, like, for some reason on this channel, people have just been right, and they're like, don't just think of England. I don't know why I'm doing like a old man voice for British people, but this is just added British twang. They're like, make sure England's not all good, cover the bad, or the UK's not all good, cover the bad too. It's not that happy of a place. All anybody has to do is walk out their door to be reminded of that. Not every, the castles that we visit there wasn't designed to hand out ice cream. I mean, the entire island is built on death. It's actually a statement
Yeah.
that you live at a place that was just completely I mean, the whole growth of it is just war after war. That was gorgeous. That looked peaceful. That looked serene. I want to visit there.
Me too.
And then when somebody else shows up there, I will fight them. Thus is the custom of the UK. It is the Norse.
So I'm going to go to, where I said, Scotland,
Yeah.
and run around in a dress and have entertainment.
I'm just
like
going
a
to stand out in
princess.
beautiful parks and challenge people.
And you're
Yeah, I'm just going to stand out. I'm just going to challenge people. It's the British blood.
in
kicking.
Ireland.
And then once I feel comfortable enough, I'm going to go over to other countries and challenge them.
Okay.
And that's British.
Well, I'm going to go to other
Long
countries
story
and be a
short-
princess.
Go to any other one of these news baiting channels. I don't want to remind you that you have issues in your life. I want to remind you, and I want to learn about how beautiful the place is that you come from, because it is gorgeous.
Yes.
All this other stuff's just not my concern. But this, guys, you are so blessed and so lucky to be able to be in driving distance or short ride, maybe a ferry, to see things like this.
Mm-hmm.
I have a castle that is 3 times as expensive to go to, which a lot of these are free. So, like, it costs like $150 for a day, and it's a fake plaster castle with a bunch of adults who don't understand that.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know what you was getting
Yeah,
at.
Disney. So be very proud of where you're from. It's gorgeous.
Located in the charming town of Carrickfergus, you will find the majestic Carrickfergus Castle, a magnificent Norman stronghold that has stood tall for over 800 years. This historic fortress offers an intriguing window into medieval times, with stories of ghosts, pirates, and connections to the American Revolution.
Wow.
It has endured countless sieges, facing off against Scottish forces, Irish warriors, and English troops throughout the ages. Beyond history buffs, families seeking an immersive and entertaining experience will be delighted by the castle's myriad of rooms and exhibits, each showcasing its striking architecture. What makes Carrickfergus Castle truly special is its location on the shore, offering awesome views for scenic walks. Number 8. Ulster Folk and Transport Museums.
If somebody would have told me the name of that castle, I would have 100% said, okay, what part of Ireland is that in? With a name like Fergus, it has to be Irish.
Explore Northern Ireland's history and culture at the Ulster Folk Museum and Transport Museum in the town of Hollywood. The Ulster Folk Museum vividly brings the early 20th century Ulster town era to life with its meticulously reconstructed buildings, each holding its own fascinating story. Walk along the cobbled streets, chat with costumed guides, and
So
get
it's
a real
Irish.
feel for what daily life was like back then. And don't forget to check out the adjacent Ulster Transport Museum, a precious gem for transportation enthusiasts. Get up close to vintage cars, bicycles, and steam locomotives that played a significant role in shaping Northern Ireland's transport systems. You'll also learn about how these advancements have revolutionized the region's social and economic landscape. Number 7. Dark Hedges.
Okay, I've
Dark
seen that
Hedges
before.
is more than just a road.
That's been put in
It's
movies.
a thrilling journey through time. As you wander
That's
along
cool.
Breckick Road near Ballymoney, you'll feel like you've stepped into a magical realm, brimming with wonder and mystery. The 90 majestic beech trees that line this route have stood for centuries, attracting generations with their beauty and charm. Don't be confused if you happen to hear people referring to this place as the King's Road. It earned this nickname due to its appearance in the renowned TV series Game of Thrones.
Told you.
Walking beneath the canopy of intertwined branches, you can almost hear the echoes of ancient kings and legendary tales. While exploring this extraordinary place, remember to embrace its natural splendor and leave no trace. By the way, check the links in the description for recommended tour operators that will enhance your Northern Ireland experience and save you valuable time and effort. Number 6. Londonderry. You'll definitely want to visit Londonderry, or Derry, the second largest city in the country. It's got an interesting history and a lively cultural scene that will grab your attention right away. One of the coolest things about Derry is its impressive city walls. They're seriously well preserved, and the views from up there are absolutely impressive. While
One thing that I am very impressed by, right, is like it doesn't take much like to look at a town now, like if just minor education, like we look at something and we'd be like, okay, that's the UK, you know. But now, like, the cultures are so different that it's so easy to look at a picture of something, or like just how things are built, structures and stuff, and be like, okay, that's Scotland, that's Ireland.
They all have their own look.
Yeah, you and what blows my mind about that is you know, the country's not as long as our state.
I know.
And our state looks exactly the same all the way. I mean, the way things are built and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then like just such a short run, the accent completely changes, and it changes several times, not just once. Like the people in Liverpool doesn't talk like the people in York, and the people in York don't talk like the people in Scotland, who talk like the people in Kent. And it's such a small area to have such strong cultures to each. And obviously, the Irish-Scottish accent are very strong and independent of themselves. It's a very impressive feat. That you know, impressive feat. It's very impressive to see like such strong cultures among each one, and be able to tell them apart in such a small land. It's cool.
While in Derry, don't forget to explore the murals of Bloody Sunday. They're incredibly powerful and tell the heartbreaking story of Derry's past. Foodies will be in heaven here. Derry.
So I am not 100% sure on what Bloody Sunday is outside of the U2 song, Bloody Sunday.
That's a dish or a day?
It's a day. It was a pretty.
They started talking about food.
I'm aware it has to do with the Irish, so basically, I don't know if you call it civil or
okay.
it was
Like a war.
religious. Yeah, it was. I don't know how you. I guess a war, but that was more of like an attack or something. I don't know which side was right, and I don't know. I just, like I said, U2 song, that was it. So whatever side Bono was on, I guess. I don't know.
They're incredibly powerful and tell the heartbreaking story of Derry's past. foodies will be in heaven here. Derry has a food scene that's truly exceptional. There are some seriously cutting-edge restaurants, and the best part is they're all about sustainability, so you can indulge in some amazing dishes guilt-free. Number 5, Dunleavy Castle.
That is
Perched
cool
on the
looking.
edge of a dramatic basalt outcrop in County Antrim, Dunleavy Castle is an ancient fortress with a gripping appeal. Once the seat of Clan MacDonald, this medieval stronghold has witnessed centuries of tumultuous events.
Wow.
With its crumbling ruins, it stands as a picturesque reminder of Ireland's past. Explore this architectural marvel, connected to the mainland
Imagine
by a
seeing
small
that,
stone
like, in its
bridge,
prime.
and delve into the castle's rich stories. From the McQuillan clan's contribution to the mainland by a small stone bridge.
Look how dramatic that is. Like, just like straight down cliffs.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine seeing that in its prime. Like, full on action. Everyone living there.
It was a whole clan. It was a whole family. And I don't know, like, how that worked. Like, how much that was. Like, what a clan consists of. Because I'm aware it's a family, but like, how big of a family was it? Was it, like, first cousins and third, fourth, fifth cousins as well? Or was it just a single family and, like, a man and his kids? Like, what consisted of a clan at that time? Because like, you hear, like, you know, old stories, like, the clans would fight. So you would assume that these were large groups of people, at least 20, 30 of them, I would assume. But who knows? It could be hundreds of them. But it really is just, everything's so majestic there.
And delve into the castle's rich stories, from the McQuillan clan's contributions to its enduring significance. Discover engaging exhibits that showcase archaeological treasures and gain a deeper understanding of its historical legacy. And don't forget to pause and soak in the clifftop views along the Causeway coast. Number 4, the Old Bushmills Distillery. At the Old Bushmills Distillery, you get a chance to learn about traditional whiskey production and explore the fascinating history of this iconic landmark. Established way back in 1608, it proudly holds the title of the oldest licensed whiskey distillery worldwide.
Wow.
For over 400 years, they've been crafting exceptional Irish whiskey that has captured the hearts of people around the globe. Guided tours at the distillery take you on a journey through time, offering a close-up look at their meticulous whiskey-making process. You'll witness the time-honored techniques and hear interesting stories about the distillery's past. As you further this place, the enticing aroma of whiskey filling the air will heighten your senses. Number 3, Cliffs of Mago and Lower Loch Earn. Spend quality time at the Cliffs of Mago and Lower Loch Earn in County Fermanagh. The Cliffs of Mago stretch for 5 miles, treating you to jaw-dropping panoramic views of Lower Loch Earn. Imagine standing at the main viewpoint, taking in the sight of the shimmering waters below. As you navigate the narrow roads that lead to the cliffs, a sense of adventure will ignite within you, setting the stage for an unforgettable experience. There is more to know about these cliffs.
The thing is about Ireland, right? When I look at stuff like that, like, I think of Tolkien and stuff like that. And this is why I said I gotta add, like, Ireland to it, because we're coming into Halloween. And one thing you guys don't know about me is I'm devout Christian, but I love Halloween. And one of the things that I love is myth and folklore. And just like England and Scotland, one of Ireland's strong points is their folklore. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Like, we have holidays based around their folklore. We have St. Patrick's Day. You know, we believe in like not believe, but like, we have like leprechauns and stuff like that, and banshees and stuff. It's just like, it's part of American culture to know these things. So, like, when I see this stuff, I'm looking at the idea of like, okay, this is where this stuff comes from. The fair folk and stuff like that. And watching that movie made me be like, I don't know if I know this all for sure. Like, the true story of it. So I would like to know more about that, you know. And as far as the politics of it or the religious aspects of it, I wouldn't really want to get involved in that because that seems like you guys' business. But this just looks like, okay, not this is where a leprechaun lives. Obviously, they probably live in more wooded areas, but
Obviously.
but no, like this is where this stuff comes from. So like you're like seeing that, and there is people in this place that truly believes those things are real.
Yeah.
And there's some guy, I seen the thing that he tells stories of him, but he's like world renowned for telling stories of them. And just seeing like the landscape and seeing the lakes and the forests and stuff like that. It just brings, it's such the UK has such an inspiring feeling to it.
It all seems so magical.
Yeah, it does.
They've been designated as an area of special scientific interest due to their excellent features and the wide array of habitats they encompass. Number 2,
The ferry.
Glen
Say this
Forest
one.
Park.
Yeah.
For a relaxed adventure, head to Glen Forest Park, also known as the Queen of the Glens. Located in County Antrim, this park spans over
see what I'm
24
saying? Like-
acres and is a paradise for nature enthusiasts. Picture yourself strolling through the expansive woodlands and
Okay, I got a question now. Because that's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. But I got a question for you. Like, see here in America, we have, I don't know if you've heard of it. Obviously, I feel like everybody's heard of it. It's called Bigfoot or it's Sasquatch or you ever heard of, I hope you've probably heard of that. And there is people throughout, like, America who does have stories. And like if you don't have a story, you have a friend of a friend that has a story of they might have seen Bigfoot. Is that a thing with any of like fairies or leprechauns or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of like the whole alien thing. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think crop circles began in the UK. Mm-hmm. Like that whole thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that started in the UK. That and then came over to America. I think it was two brothers who was like tamping this stuff down or whatever. They later came out to admit it, but I think it happened in the UK. But do you guys ever hear stories, especially of Irish descent? Was there ever people who talked about like the fair folk, or is that something that's like, is that just completely just casted off now, or is it still kind of like a Bigfoot thing? Like people's telling me this story, I kind of don't believe it, but I want to believe it because it's fun. Or do you still believe in it? That's a question. Because you see stuff like this and you're like,
It all looks believable.
I want to believe it, you know?
that adorn the park's landscapes. Feel the stress melt away as you embrace the tranquil atmosphere and lose yourself in the beauty of nature. Take leisurely walks along scenic paths, embark on exhilarating waterfall hikes, or simply find a serene spot to unwind amidst the wonders of the forest. Number 1, Mourne Mountains.
Mourne Mountains.
If you're up for
Wow.
an indelible outdoor adventure, the Mourne Mountains are the right place
That
to be.
looks so
These
amazing,
majestic
doesn't it?
granite rock
Yeah.
ranges offer a compact playground of natural beauty. With 93 ridges and 12 defined peaks, the Mournes boast excellent viewpoints and exhilarating hiking trails that will keep you attracted. But it's not just about the mighty landscapes. The Mourne Mountains hold the prestigious
Wow.
title of
And
an
not a
area of
single
outstanding
snake.
natural beauty and
That
a
looks
UNESCO Global
amazing.
Geopark. This means you'll be surrounded by picturesque scenery and unique rock formations that have stood the test of time. Nature lovers will also be delighted by the abundance of wildlife and nature reserves to explore. Click here for more things to
He said, check out the wildlife, and it's just a bunch of sheep. That's why we're intrigued by Ireland, though, is not the abundance of wildlife, but the lack thereof dangerous wildlife that you have.
Yeah, when we were watching that movie the other night, we
Yeah.
were talking about that. How there's
Yeah.
no snakes, no
Yeah, 'cause-
no venomous spiders, wasn't it? Or no?
Yeah, there's no venomous spiders. There's spiders there, but non-venomous. That's why we think Ireland's cool, because like none of that stuff seems like that's a possibility. Like when that woman, like if you check it out, it's Watcher with Dakota Fanning, and like she was just walking in these woods and was like scary, and like I wouldn't have been scared at all. It's like I'm scared to check the mail here. because they like to wrap around the bottom of mailboxes. So like,
I don't want to talk about this.
no, we haven't really talked about Ireland. It's not because we're not impressed by Ireland. It's just because we don't know that much about Ireland. But we do know enough to know you need to watch what you say about Ireland, because I've learned that if people are upset when you call the UK or call England UK, I'm pretty sure a lot of people's gonna get a lot more angrier if you refer to the Republic of Ireland's things as the UK and not Northern Ireland. So we've been kind of watching our steps. Go check out Before You Go's videos. They're like a little fast growing channel. They got a lot of cool stuff. They get right to the point. I like the mountains. I like the waterfalls. I've asked several questions. I'd appreciate it if you guys answer. We are fastly approaching 10,000 subscribers. So as we get closer, we're gonna reveal some stuff that we got coming up. We got a couple of really cool videos coming up, but we're gonna reveal our first thing tonight. The first thing that we're gonna reveal is our return tickets have been purchased for 2025.
We are so excited.
We're coming back. We have other surprises coming up. One of the things we will do is we're working with a few of our members, if they've received our emails yet, for what we plan to do once we hit 10K, because we really want to start giving back to the people of UK. But we will talk about that in a later video. Oh, real quick, we are now done taking a tour of the UK. So we're gonna circle back. We're gonna get a little defining in each more area. So look for that next, not next, because you know, we do this whole rotation. Look for us, we're gonna be in England looking at something, and then we'll do a live stream, and then we'll talk about some history, then look at it. Yeah. I am Rich.
And I'm Cindy.
And that was Before You Go, 13 places to visit in Northern Ireland.